Hello, everyone. Happy Easter. If you're celebrating Easter, we just got done with our egg hunt with my daughter. She's 14, so she's getting better at finding the eggs at this point. Much better. So I'm Jennifer Joy, Creativity and Life Purpose Specialist here at the Abundant Artist Facebook group. And today, April 1st, we are starting the Change Your Life, I almost want to call it a challenge, Change Your Life Challenge. But it is sort of a book group where I'm going to be going through the book Change Your Life in 30 Days by RHONDA BRITTEN. You're invited to buy the book or not, just watch the videos. Either way, the book is available ebook and hard copy on Amazon. And you can join in at any time. Of course, you're going to get the biggest impact if you follow along all 30 days. And what's really cool is because we're doing it in this group, these videos will be here for your reference at any time. So you miss one, you can come back to it. If you jump on late, you can always, start over with day one. All the videos will have that sort of designation in the brackets, CYL, so that you can do a search on the page and easily find them. So today is day one. A new beginning is what it's called in the book. So I'm going to read you a little excerpt to sort of kick us off. And then I'm going to give you my perspective on it, talk a little bit about some abundance principles, and then you will notice that in the copy with this video, there are some of the study guide questions from the book. Now, I don't have all of the questions listed. You'd have to buy the book for that. Yet, I do give you a little jump start. So you can, again, if you don't have the book, you can start moving forward and making those changes in your life. So, starting with chapter 1, again, by RHONDA BRITTEN. She is the founder of Fearless Living Institute, and she is my teacher and also a supervisor in my side hustle, one of my side hustles. RHONDA BRITTEN was a coach. Let me give you a little background on her. I came to find out about RHONDA BRITTEN and life coaching at all when I was on maternity leave with my daughter, who I just said she's 14 years old. So I was sitting nursing my daughter when I was flipping through the channels, and there was this show on, not one I would have normally stopped at, but the people there were in a doctor's office, and I kind of like Dr. Gore, so I tuned in to see what was going on in the doctor's office, and it had me hooked. Starting Over was one of the first reality TV shows. It was on during the daytime on NBC, and basically it brought a group of women into a house where they wanted to change their lives, and they were coached by two life coaches who I don't remember. RHONDA was with the entire series. There was another life coach on at the beginning with her. There was always two life coaches. And then the show started taping in Chicago. And so it was RHONDA and this other life coach whose name escapes me. And then the production ended up moving out to LA, and RHONDA stayed with it, and they brought in Iyanla Vanzant. I don't know if you've heard of her on Oprah's network, Iyanla. RHONDA's actually been on Oprah as well. She's not a regular like Iyanla, but she's been on Oprah a couple times. So yeah, it was RHONDA and Iyanla, and then they also brought on Dr. Stan, I believe it was his name, who's a psychiatrist. I get those mixed up. So anyway, that's how I came to Fearless Living. So RHONDA BRITTEN was actually one of the pioneers in life coaching, because this is back when the industry was fairly new, and she was not only a pioneer, but she was on TV every day for years. She also had a show in the UK called Help Me RHONDA, and I believe she did radio as well. So again, she's a pioneer in life coaching. She is my teacher, I trained under, and now I am also her teachers and trainers. That's one of my side hustles with the Fearless Living Institute. So I actually train life coaches in her life coach certification program. So if you ever want to be a life coach, I recommend checking that out as well. So let's begin. Let's dig into her book, Change Your Life in 30 Days, because one of the things she's known for is really getting deep quickly and having little exercises that help you move forward in your life. That's why that Starting Over format was so amazing for her. So, Change Your Life, Day 1, A New Beginning. RHONDA writes, I believe that we all secretly yearn to make our lives better while being true to our essential self. To take on that task, you might need to learn how to say no, create boundaries, give up people-pleasing, speak up, reignite your passion, find your purpose, let go of false friends and make new ones. The task might manifest itself in a more concrete way, like finding a dream job, committing to an exercise program, or falling head over heels in love. For me, being true to myself would include more intangible qualities, such as more satisfaction, peace of mind, and self-love. I believe people compromise their dreams too quickly. The truth is, you can have it all. You can have the external things you crave while fulfilling your soul's desires, if you can answer yes to the following questions. So again, she says, the truth is you can have it all. You can have the external things you crave, the external things that give us a feeling of prosperity and abundance, as well as the internal things that give us prosperity and abundance. Now, she just led us into a series of questions. I promised I wasn't going to read a ton of questions, but I better read this series of questions, and then we'll talk a little bit more. So her questions that she wants you to ask yourself are you willing to put personal integrity above a promise to another? Now, when she's talking about personal integrity, when I was in her life coach certification program, my mentor was her friend Marta. And I remember Marta asking me, I can see you have a lot of integrity. You follow through on things. You follow through for everyone else. But I'm asking you about your personal integrity. How do you follow through on the things for you? And I had never really considered that before. I remember that was a session that rocked my world. Following through on things for me. So are you willing to put your personal integrity over a promise to another? Are you willing to listen to your heart while using your head? Usually we're one or the other. We tend to lean into one or the other, so it's always good to check in with both. See what your heart's telling you, if you're mostly head-based. See if what your head is telling you, if you're mostly heart-based. Are you willing to quit lying to yourself in order to start loving yourself? Now, lying to yourself is, we'll talk about this in a moment. I think we get trapped in the shoulds and take them on as our own, and we believe that they're our truth, when really it's someone else's truth. I've been working with a client right now who is in the habit of actually lying to herself quite frequently, and it really helps to have this outside perspective and say, there are a lot of inconsistencies there. You're saying one thing, and I know you believe it, but is that really true for you? Is that really, really true for you? Are you willing to be authentic, even if it means being vulnerable? Are you willing to be authentic, even if it means being vulnerable? And I love this one. Are you willing to invest in the life you have to get the life you want? This is huge for Rhonda, because she believes when you're changing your life, it's not about going in Monday and quitting your job. No, because when we rely on those external conditional things to make us happy, we aren't fostering true happiness and joy within us. And we are going to talk a lot about that. That's a huge abundance principle as well. It's being able to be mindful of your emotions and foster and nurture your emotions that you want in your life, while the world around you might be swirling, right? It's unconditional joy. So can you invest in the life you have? More of yourself, more of your true, authentic, honest self into the life you have to get the life you want. So that maybe 6 months ago, 6 months from now, maybe you'll find you're really happy with that job. You don't want to move at all. You needed to do the shift inside. Or maybe you'll be ready, you'll have shifted inside and be ready to move into the next job with that feeling of joy. Okay, so it's not about stagnating, but it's about really focusing on the internals before changing the externals. All right, so those are the questions, and she said, if you answered yes, being true to yourself is a top priority. So today really is about being true to yourself in this new beginning chapter, a new beginning. And one of the things she says, I'm just checking my notes. Yes, okay. One of the things she says, very important about being true to yourself, is being specific. A lot of us throw around words. We want to be successful in our life. We want to be successful in our art, in our creativity, in our job, in our business. What does that really mean? We say successful, but what do you mean by success? And that's one of the things she wants you to define today, and I believe it's in the study question as well. How would you define success? Your personal definition. So being true to yourself, one of the big things is to be very specific, define things for yourself, clarify things for yourself. You want more balance in your life. Well, what does balance mean? Get specific, because if you're not specific, you're not going to know if you're stepping forward toward that goal or you're spinning your wheels. You're not really going to know. It can be very subtle. Another thing about being true to yourself, and it sort of ties into the specificity, is that you're not taking on other people's shoulds. You're not taking on other people's expectations of you. So maybe the idea of, I know, maybe the idea of success is making, I always have to think and count, making 7 figures. I will be successful when I make 7 figures. And that's great. Yet, is that really success for you? Because having a 7-figure business might mean putting a lot of time into your business that you don't want to put into it. Maybe you want more balance in your life. You want more family time. So maybe $100,000 would be the perfect success for you in your business, right? But think of, all these 7-figure coaches, 7-figure coaches. Or maybe you're looking for meaningful work, and the money that you're making is sort of mad money. It's fun, for that extra trip you want to take or something. So maybe success is just making $50,000 this year so that you can take that trip, right? Maybe that's success. So it's not about what other people think are successful. It's about what you think is successful. It's not about other people's expectations of what life should look like, but what you really want. What does your heart want? What does your head want? How can you combine the two? Not other people's thoughts, not other people's dreams, but yours. And then Rhonda doesn't talk about this too much. This is where I was telling you I'm going to be also providing my own spin and leaning into abundance principles. I think being true to yourself really is also around being mindful of your emotions. I was just working on a surprise for you guys. It's hopefully coming this month. I'm working on a surprise and really talking about processing emotions. And I'm not going to get into the processing part too much here because that's coming later. But we know with law of attraction, with abundance, that we really, again, want to foster those feelings that we love in our life. The feelings that bring our vibration up, that make us more receptive to more joy. What we're putting out there comes back to us, right? So we want to be in those good spaces, those good feelings. Now that does not mean stuff or ignoring the other feelings, the uncomfortable feelings. Doesn't mean that at all, which I'll tell you about coming up later this month. But it does mean being mindful of what our feelings are doing and fostering the ones that make us feel good, right? Being true to ourselves means fostering those emotions and also processing them all, allowing them all, and fostering the ones that really move us forward in life. So I want you to think about what you want in this next 30 days. What are you going to be working toward? Is it a better relationship? Is it more money? Is it more creative time? More time with family? What is your change that you want to make in the next 30 days? And go a layer deeper and go, okay, now why do I want to make that change? Do want to feel more happiness? Do I want to feel more joy? Do I want to feel more confidence? What is the feeling that you're working on that's underneath that top layer? I want you to get very mindful about what that feeling is. Start monitoring when it's coming into your life now. Not in 30 days, not next year, not when you make your $50,000, $100,000, $1 million. But where's that feeling coming into your life now? And how can you bring more of it? How can you be true to yourself in desiring that feeling by bringing more of it into your life? Okay? So not only looking at the top layer, but the layer underneath, the feelings that you want in life, and how can you have more of that now? Again, we're talking about changing the external, even before we change changing the internal, before we even change the external. So let's start getting really specific. Let's start thinking about what being true to ourselves really means, what it means when we are specific, what it means when we aren't taking on other people's expectations, and what feeling that brings to us, and how can we have that feeling today? You know, if I want to feel confidence, what can I do today that will help me feel more confident? If I want to feel more joy, what can I do today to feel more joy? So that's what I have for you for day 1, a new beginning. Change your life in 30 days, a new beginning. Really consider, what is it you want to be changing in this 30 days? What's that feeling underneath it? And as you're doing that, get very specific and try to see if you're putting any shoulds in there. Try to make sure it's really authentically true to you and it's not taking on someone else's rules, someone else's thoughts. So change your life in 30 days. Please go ahead and go through the study questions I've included with this video as well. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 2. And of course, please leave comments here. I'd love to give you support here in this video. What you comment or ask here is going to support others in their change life journey. And as always, if you need even more support, feel free to jump on the phone with me. Sign up for a Creative Spark Strategy session. I'll have to include that link in the comments as well. You can jump on the phone and see where you want to go. What changes are you wanting to make internally, externally? How can you be specific? How can you be true to you? So have a great day, everyone. Again, happy Easter for those of you celebrating Easter. And I'll catch you tomorrow with day 2 of Change Your Life in 30 Days.